you may have noticed, we went to Tokyo DisneySea, and Max left us. He ditched us. He doesn't care about us anymore. He just completely up and left.
Is not true. You go on your vlogs for like 5 minutes uncut, and you think that people they're gonna want to listen to every single second of that. So let me have my story.
This is like when Harry Potter and Voldemort went off that one time.
And now you can have your moment. Go.
Right, Tilly. Whoa.
Sorry.
Oh, I think you're out for that one.
Ding, 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 ding. I wonder if you know. Wonder if the Tokyo has a city getting me and you know you have to know. Yes, you know you.
At what point does one become a Disney adult? Because I'm a little bit worried, I'm not going to lie.
I think you've gone too far.
Well, here's the thing, right? Welcome back to the 15 Again podcast, first of all. I'm Harvey, that's Max, and that over there is Tilly, and she's got some fantastic ears on, which I must say actually do go better with your outfit today, funnily enough. She sort of had a bit of a mare, but we'll get onto that later in the episode. We'll talk about our experience at Disney.
I feel a little bit left out, actually. I don't have any Disney products to put on. But I do have something slightly Japanese that I can join you with.
I'm actually nervous.
Let me go into my bag of tricks.
I don't like the idea that Max thinks whatever he's about to pull out is slightly Japanese and it could just be the most offensive thing known to man. Okay. Oh. Okay. Do you think they're going to be okay with this?
This is better.
The Japanese.
Yeah.
Is this?
I won it from a shooting game yesterday that me and Dobby played. I won a couple of other things, but I might wait a little bit to get into those other things because
you look like a gay hitman in an anime.
Why gay?
Well, the
you already started off as
the
that.
jingling and the
not gay. Right.
Well, welcome back. I don't really know where we should start. We just landed recently in Tokyo. The flight, again, was pretty terrible, but we won't go too much into that. We did that last time.
Fuck you, Scoot.
And we landed. We got in very late. It's a very culturally different country, both from like the airport, getting out and getting into the world, but also getting into our apartment. And actually the place we're staying, as much as it looks fairly like basic right now where we're shooting, we didn't really have a lot of options. It's actually a really cool place. Tills, what are your thoughts on it?
On the place we're staying?
Yes, that was what I just said.
Too many stairs.
Too many stairs. I quite like it. I love the bed. The bed's phenomenal. The pillows are really nice. The one thing I did want to say was I was slightly not disheartened but worried when we did get through the airport, in that it actually wasn't that efficient in terms of what I expected from Japan.
Well, our bags were the last to come out. That was kind of part of the problem.
Yeah, there was that, but there was also the first process was a little bit weird. Like they didn't seem to have that on lock as much as I thought they would, and certainly in comparison to some other countries as well. However, now that we've been in Japan and seen how they actually operate and what goes on, they've been pretty fantastic, I must admit. This is, I think, my number one country in the world.
I've been pretty impressed so far, and just walking around, we've not really seen a hell of a lot so far. Like we said, me and Tilly went to Tokyo DisneySea yesterday, along with Mum and Leo. And then the day before, we all sort of did a traipse around Japan. We went to the Imperial Palace, and we also went to Shibuya Crossing, which is just so funny to watch people sort of sprinting into the middle and just doing star jumps.
It's so sad.
I think people overstimulate themselves, so by the time they get to the middle, they don't know what they're doing.
No,
and it's like
there's no planning.
It's a really tough
run,
tough
get
watch.
A video.
Yeah, but you know, we got involved a little bit, and Dobby's been freaking out over the cars.
Oh, the cars are best thing ever. They're just everywhere.
Yeah,
all these slammed Japanese cars.
I've actually never seen Dobby so actively try to interact with strangers. That's the only time I've watched Dobby go, oh my god, I need to interact with this person, give him my contact, tell him I'll shoot his car. It's amazing to watch.
Backtrack a little. What does slammed mean for the viewers?
Just like low to the ground,
Okay.
neon lights.
Nice.
I thought you meant slammed as in like full of cars. It's
No.
like slammed with
like,
cars.
like just
It's
a
a-
basically modded out car.
Right.
There we go. Glad we
Slammed to
clarified
the
that.
ground.
See, I wouldn't have known. We learn something new every day.
All right, I'm gonna stop jingling now.
Yeah, please. Please, that's. I was wondering how long you'd keep that up. The first thing I had down here that we wanted to talk about as well was that when we landed, me and Dobby actually went for a run in Tokyo. Sorry to be boring, but what I thought was going to be an 8K, Dobby promised me, turned into a 12K.
It was 10.
Someone lying.
Actually, no, you're right. You're right. It wasn't quite 12. It wasn't.
And-
No. But I'll get my Strava up.
Has Tilly spoken yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your
She's
first word, I
Waking
think.
up, I think.
Hang on.
Welcome.
Well, I
to
wasn't
the
on the
room.
run. What do you want
No.
me to say?
Okay, it was 11.
Hi, I'm Tilly.
It was
Welcome back.
11.15K, and I'll be honest, I needed to buy a Red Bull in the middle because I was absolutely dying by the end.
Didn't you guys have a walk in the middle?
Not sort of, but it was still kind of up a hill the whole time. Like we were walking at a reasonably brisk pace.
This guy can't even run in Japan.
Oh,
What's he doing?
you were sleeping.
Yeah, as I should.
But I recall saying, we've reached a point where if we go back, it will now be 8K. If you want to go closer to the palace, we're going to be doing about 10K.
Well, I'm not going to say no to getting closer to the palace, am I? I was like, look, there's a palace over there. I'm going to go see that.
You've now missed out on 2 other palaces. As
I
well.
have, yeah. There was another time where we were walking. Me and Tilly were quite hungry that day, and so we went and quickly stopped into a McDonald's culture. And because we were slightly flagging behind because we were eating and walking over to this temple, the other guys got in and it actually closed by the time, literally within the minute of them like getting
close.
in. It closed by the time me, Mum, and Tilly got there, so we had to walk around the temple to get to where we were going, which was.
Mum did not seem best pleased.
It was an
I was
interesting.
actually really happy because we ended up walking past some chocolate-covered strawberries.
She did absolutely smash that, and to be fair, you said they were really good. What was your
Result
rating?
for Tilly?
Oh, I don't know if I had a rating. I can't really remember now.
I rate things.
But
Tills,
I'm
I've
a bit
got to know.
upset because I was actually talking to Naz and she said if I tried tongue hulu.
Oh.
She said it's really good here and they had it there, but I didn't.
I have.
Okay, hold on. Because I chose the chocolate covered strawberries instead, so now I'm really upset. So I'm gonna be looking for more.
Don't
Okay.
worry, Tills. I'm not Harvey. I was just saying a thing. I wasn't going to
You
take
said
over
it
your
with
story.
a menacing tone. You were rage baiting her.
Well, yeah.
I have.
I suppose.
Like that's not going to wind her up.
Dobby, is it going to upset you if I
Menace.
sit back like this?
Yeah, a little bit.
Max is used to being so like rested. Back, and
my
I'm just
back,
like,
man.
Welcome to my world, posture central.
Yeah,
It's
I
actually terrible.
I had some candied grapes and candied strawberries, and the strawberries were interesting.
Don't care.
I'm telling the viewers as well.
No.
The strawberries were interesting. This is the thing. Initial taste, amazing, because you get the sugar around the strawberry. The secondary taste in the middle, kind of tasted like farts.
Oh.
And I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Before you got to the strawberry, or
it was like the middle ground. Yeah, sort of like the scent of the strawberry was weird. And then I ate, and then you bite into the strawberry and it's fine, and the aftertaste was also fine.
that is weird.
But it just confused me a little bit. However, then the grapes were wonderful. They were sort of like those frozen ones that we buy from 7-Eleven.
I might have to try one of the grapes then. And speaking of trying foods, Mum has been absolutely useless while we've been over here. She won't eat a single thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we tried so many places. We wanted to go to a sushi place on the first night. That got nixed immediately.
Mhm.
And I actually thought it was looking good at one point.
Well, no, wasn't it like a really long wait?
There was a really long wait for one, yes, but then she started moaning even more about, no, let's not do solely sushi, because we were looking for like a sushi place, and then she went, no, I don't want to do that, and I was like, fine, I'll find
Yeah,
something
we got
else.
a toddler on the trip.
then.
But also, you're kind of. I mean, you've eaten some interesting things. What would you say is like the most adventurous thing you've tried on this trip so far?
This is not fair. I can't remember. I don't even know.
Right, rice with curry.
Yeah.
It was
I can't
basically
even
just katsu
think
curry.
what I've had. What was the first day? First day, woke up at like 1 p.m.
Did you get anything interesting from 7-Eleven? We did a 7-Eleven trip. And
Oh
we got some
yeah,
cool stuff from
I
there.
got it's like frozen. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like grape flavored, but I don't think they're actually grapes.
Oh, it was
it's
like
frozen
balls of grape sorbet.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
That
were
was
interesting.
quite good. Yeah, not really. Had Oreos.
The things I already mentioned.
Yeah, she's had Oreos and other snacks that
I had
Pringles.
some of your cup noodles. Well, no, I didn't have the Pringles because you told me not to eat them.
Well, they smelled disgusting.
Yeah.
They were literally the
So I
most
didn't eat
awful
them.
smelling Pringles I've ever
Is
smelled.
that those cheese ones?
The cup
Yeah.
noodle was really good. I was genuinely quite impressed by that because I've had many a pot noodle in the UK and they've been terrible. But actually, the stuff in 7-Eleven over here is pretty impressive.
The standard's crazy because actually, if you go into a 7-Eleven in like America, it's quite depressing, and you look at the food and you go, yeah, this is about right for a 7-Eleven. Whereas here, it's almost like I don't want to compare it quite to like M&S at home, but the quality of the food is just so unreal, especially for the price you're paying for it. Like it's literally most of it's under
I'd
a
compare
pound.
it to an Aldi.
No, though, because Aldi, like, obviously it's cheap, but it's cheap. Whereas
7-Eleven's definitely a bit of a step up, I would say, because the food's
I
Indeed.
would
actually
not
pretty
compare
good.
it to an M&S or a Tesco's.
I
no,
wouldn't say
it's
M&S.
it's more the satisfaction you get from the food, basically, and especially for the price you're paying for it, is what I'd argue.
But yeah, so we've been doing a lot of cool stuff. We were actually planning on today. So we're recording this in the morning, by the way. You might be able to tell, because then we are going on a bullet train today over to Osaka, which is another great place in Japan, and we're going to be going to Universal Studios Japan, which, oh my god, I'm so excited. It's going to be great.
I don't know if
And
my feet can take much more walking.
I know we did so much walking yesterday; it was untrue.
So don't get me wrong, me, Dobby, and Paul also did quite a lot of walking yesterday. However, me and Paul managed to fit in a massage, and that was a heaven send because we kind of needed that for the day and for tomorrow.
I'd also just like to establish, by the way, you may have noticed we went to Tokyo DisneySea, and Max left us. He ditched us. He doesn't care about us anymore. He just completely
That
up and left.
is not true. You guys decided to do something
Get in on him as well.
that
come on.
bunch of other countries have. I decided to
No,
see
there's actually
Tokyo.
no other.
There's
Disney
nothing like
Sea.
it elsewhere. You
There's-
just hate us.
Is that not the
He
only
hates us,
existing
doesn't he?
Disney Sea?
Yeah,
Also,
it's the only one in the world.
Also, I'm here for an extra, 4-ish days compared to you
Exactly.
two, so I can go back and do Disney Sea
Well, why
if I've
wouldn't you
got
just
time.
do
if
it
I
with
want to.
us?
Yeah,
'Cause you
do it
hate us.
as a family.
So-
as people that you want to hang out with and spend time with.
Another reason that the viewers will probably find somewhat interesting, I'm getting pretty fucking sick of you guys. So I think it was about right that
So he does
we
hate us.
split off and spent the day apart. And I think it was actually for the better because we got to reconvene and, chat about each other's days and not hate each other for the entire day.
Oh, I
because
hated you all day.
I think
Yeah.
as
I was seething.
as most
You'd left.
As most people know, if you spend a month away in foreign countries with your family, that shit gets pretty whack sometimes.
In like 2 weeks.
What? it's definitely been like
Three.
three.
Tops.
Yeah, and it is
No,
going to
it
be
has
a
been a
month
while.
total. And also we had a tour in the middle of that, so high octane stress and all that. But yeah,
Hearing
I
a lot of
think-
excuses.
No. I think we made the right decision, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Would you guys like to know what we got up to in our day? Should I do the whole thing?
I don't know,
and
what's
you
in it
guys
for
can
me?
comment on it. Well, there's some fun little toys and anecdotes and
you got,
such.
you got any gifts for us?
I don't have gifts,
Oh.
no. I actually, what I did do was get a gift for my friend Izzy because when she went to Thailand, she got me some nice little things that she thought I'd like from Thailand, and I was like, oh, thank you so much.
I'd like to challenge that, right? Because I am conflicted on buying gifts for people when you go to countries. I kind of get it, right? Especially if it's a place where you feel like someone might never go themselves in their lives. But I also am kind of like, why would you get someone something from a place that they haven't been? Like, I would struggle to know what to do with that as a memento.
You lack sentiment, my guy.
Do I?
Do you have many friends?
Yeah.
No. Obviously not.
Yeah, I'm afraid
Do you agree?
you're an
disagree?
idiot.
I've always felt both sides, but I just don't care.
So here's the thing, right? You're getting your friends clinkers, and I get that because that's something that they might want to try now because it's trending, and it's like they can't get it themselves because it's either stupidly expensive to get it imported or just too far away. So that I understand. But getting someone like a little trinket or a knickknack or whatever, I'm just kind of like,
she'll just put that somewhere in her room and be like, oh yeah, that's when Max went to fucking Asia, and at least he, had some thought to get me something while he was away, kind of thing. It's just a nice, friendly thing to do. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna get every single friend I have a little memento from Asia. It's just because Izzy's my best mate, and I was like, yeah, fucking, I'll get her a little thing. It'll be fine. Might get Tom something as well. Who knows?
Probably won't, will you?
No, probably not. Because Tom doesn't need anything. Like, it's fine.
But this is
It's
what I
different.
mean. No one needs anything. It's like, why would you not just
I promise you, Izzy will appreciate it more.
I get that, but I just...
And for £2.50, would you not want to make your friend smile just a little bit?
Yeah,
no, I need the suitcase space.
It was tiny. It's literally, it fits in there. And to be fair, I'm not even done. I might get her another little thing because I just want to like make it sort of feel like Japan. Like she was there.
But that's what I mean. She wasn't.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
maybe
like,
maybe one day we'll come back to Japan and she'll and that little thing,
bring it with her and put it back.
No, that little thing
Return it.
will inspire her to be like, oh
You
yeah,
got the receipt.
Japan must have been fun.
Get her a rock from the palace or something. Like just pick one up off the floor.
Do you know what I was thinking that though? We actually, and I'll get to it, but when we went to the palace yesterday, we walked past a section where it was filled with rocks, but it was actually like half empty because I think people had been picking them up and just pocketing them because they're sacred or whatever.
Well, there are gravel layers there, but I feel like you wouldn't pick up the gravel. That would be a bit dumb.
No, not gravel. But would you guys like to know what we did?
Oh, I thought we already found out.
No. I can keep it short and sweet. So we started the day off with an art aquarium, which was wonderful to an extent. I must admit, I'm confused because on their website they say most people spend about 2 to 3 hours there. We were in there for about 15 minutes.
Wow, that is quite.
and I was sort of, maybe a little bit longer.
Like
I might,
25.
I might have shortened that a little bit, but still.
Sounds like you guys were being ungrateful of the art museum.
No,
Or was it art aquarium? Sorry.
Art aquarium, yeah. I don't think we were ungrateful. I think we just saw everything and appreciated it quick enough to not have to spend more time there. But I think it does also say a lot of people do spend like an hour to 90 minutes or whatever, but still I'm like, how the fuck are you spending an hour in there? Luckily it wasn't too expensive. Fine. Loads of goldfish. That was the only fish they had, but the art exhibits were actually pretty cool, to be fair. Like they had a bunch of different features going on. Anyway, after that, we then went to a wonderful food market where luckily we filmed it for all you guys. I mean, the whole day's filmed. Don't even worry about that. But we went round picking out loads of different things. Me and Dobby got different bits of sushi. Paul got these weird chicken egg balls that were kind of gross, and then he forced them on me and Dobby as well. He was like
egg balls.
It was think of a Scotch egg.
That's big protein.
Scotch egg.
Yeah.
But the outside
thing you
is
think
like
of.
chicken meat.
Yeah. Oh,
But
and an
it's-
egg in the middle.
Yeah, and an egg in the middle.
So it's just a Scotch egg.
Yeah, but no.
That's what I said.
But it wasn't because it was coated in like a sweet and sour sauce as well. So it
Sounds
was
all right, is it
Oh,
not?
man,
That was weird.
the chicken was like nugget paste, but uncooked nugget paste.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like, I don't know how I feel about that. But the sushi was amazing, and various other bits of the food were amazing. We also, and I think you would have liked this, got these little flour jellies.
It's a nice listening face.
No, honestly, I don't normally get that from her. Normally it's just
Yeah.
while I'm telling the story.
You'll say, I think you'll like this, and she'll look away.
Yeah. But they were these little flour jellies that were shaped as petal flower things. It was actually very cheap as well. I was surprised. Yeah, I know, right?
Big win for Max.
And the woman gave us a free one, just like a little gift. But yeah, we tried those. They were pretty good. They were sort of like chewier fruit pastels, if you want a texture vibe.
Okay.
So we ate that lunch. Then went on to do
Fruit pastel lunch.
not just fruit pastels, the sushi as well.
Okay.
Lest you forget.
Sorry, I actually did.
But yeah, then we moved on to Dobby did some car spotting. We went into a Nissan and a Sony. Aibo and Sony. Oh
Do you
my
want to chuck
god!
up a little video of Aibo?
Yeah, I'll give you a video of Aibo. So he's these little robotic dogs, and I just found it hilarious that basically we were there watching it, just having a giggle because it's funny. There was another Japanese man. He must have been like sort of in his 50s or 60s. Just sat down. He booked a session
Wow.
to sit down with this Aibo and have a man explain how it works, show him all the stuff, and he was just sat there like clapping along, watching it dance.
Dobby, can you tell us what your instruction for Aibo was? Because I really enjoyed that.
We found out that he only spoke Japanese, so we didn't realize you could give it commands until we heard the guy say something in Japanese to it. So then I got up Google and I was like, how do I tell Aibo to do it? And the only one that I could say properly was dance, which was don't say. Aibo, don't say. He just started like goofing around.
He'd literally just be like,
and you have footage of this.
Yes.
Good.
But yeah, no, that was fascinating. I wish there was like a kill command for those dogs. That'd be quite funny.
What?
It's
a bit morbid.
But yeah, so we went around the Sony. Dobby was ecstatic. One thing that we did learn that was quite jarring is, you know, our headphones that we have,
the Sony ones,
the Sony ones, so much cheaper in that shop.
Oh,
it's
man.
devastating.
Yeah.
Like genuinely close, pretty much £100 cheaper.
Wow.
But it is what it is. You just
Might
gotta
go get another pair.
come to Japan to buy stuff. And also we learned that you need to take your passports everywhere because they'll give you the tax off of it as well, and you get even more
This
money.
guy
off.
loves a discount.
I know. So I'm bringing my passport everywhere from now on. But yeah, so that, and then what do we move on to next, Dobby? Sorry, I've gone a little bit blank.
You said something about.
Did we just do
Oh
shopping?
no, we
next?
went to
No, it was the temple. It was the temple
it was
after
the
that.
temple, yeah.
Yeah, so we went to the temple. That was a hoot. I'm not gonna lie, because there was people in geishas everywhere, and we were just like, "What the hell is going on?" That is a traditional dress that women wear. I think I might have seen some men in them. I'm not 100% sure, but and yeah, they just cut about. I don't know actually why they wear them. I'll be brutally honest. I should probably do the research on that, but it was nice to see and fit in with the temple vibe. And then there were also just a bunch of clueless tourists bobbing around doing all the activities that they had, and they did have activities. One of which was that fortune that's there on the table. I will very briefly read it to you guys because
good luck.
It makes it makes no sense to me, I'll be honest. But this is my half fortune. I paid 100 yen to get it. You shake this metal box and a wooden stick
I've seen
comes
this.
out.
I like this. Yeah. I have seen this.
It gives you a number, and then you put the wooden stick back because you're not allowed to keep it, and then you find the sort of drawer that has that number on it. Open the drawer. It's got a bunch of pieces of paper that probably have the same fortune on it, and then you read your fortune, and hopefully it makes more sense than this one, because it says, "You are always worried about how long does it take to solve your past misdeed. Getting a beautiful lady at your home. You want to try all people know about this. If you want to meet a fortune, you decide the date of mouse and ox, which means the letter Chinese of fortune. You should be careful to choose and decide the time, day, month, and year." And then in asterisks is, "Your request is hard to be granted. The patient keeps a bed longer. The lost article is hard to find out. The person you wait for comes, but late."
I know that one. It means you've got liver problems.
No, you're the late person.
Oh.
Stop to build a new house or removal. Stop to start a trip. On a trip. Both marriage of any kind and new employment are bad. So apparently I'm not allowed to get new employment. So I have to stick to what I'm doing. Or get married. Yeah, honestly, I'm cool with that.
Sucks to get the liver problems fortune. I'm sorry to hear that.
And then Paul lit a candle for Grandma because he decided to go against the Japanese tradition and made it all Christian. There was the water basins. We covered our faces in water. We were told it would make our skin softer. It was just water.
W reckons otherwise.
They said that it was like
actually.
a spiritual water to connect with the spirits.
Did you feel connected?
Do you have many spirits to connect to?
Yeah, there's loads. Oh. But we were like, oh, it's just water, surely. But then we rubbed it on our face and we were like, oh, it's actually like made our skin like soft, especially on your hands.
When it
God
dried,
damn.
it was
Yeah.
quite softening, to be
So
fair.
I felt connected.
And so yeah, and then we just had a little wander around. There was a really shit theme park right next to the temple. We thought you'd find it quite funny. We actually didn't really film it, to be fair, unfortunately, but it was.
You thought I'd
entertaining.
find it funny?
Well, we didn't
but
go
you didn't
in.
get a single
we didn't go
bit
in because
footage of
it was like a little bit too expensive for what it was. It was like a bunch of different shitty carnival rides crammed into a really condensed space. So great selfie. I also taught Paul how to properly take a selfie.
Oh my
while we
god,
were
that's
at
been the bane
temple.
of my life
Well,
on this
is
trip.
he actually gonna use that advice? Because
He-
we tried
he-
to teach him, but he just has been.
So he's gone for the volume button method because he can't reach like that. His hands don't do it. So he holds his phone like
His
this
hands
now.
don't do it.
It's crazy. So he holds his phone like that now. It's still a tough watch because he kind of tilts it up like
Yeah.
that. But
You're
yeah,
going to get slightly blurry photos though, because you're going to be shaking it every time he presses the volume.
I
button
must
like a
admit,
Neanderthal.
most of the time I just took his phone off him and did it for him. But he's getting there for sure. And then what do we move on to after that, Dub?
We went to Shibuya. Was there something in between
No,
there?
we were close to
Oh no, you got the
Shibuya.
massage.
Yeah, got the massage, and we were by that yellow massive thing and the Tokyo Sky Tree, I think. No, surely not.
You did say you were gonna keep it short and sweet.
Oh, yeah, but it's a day. It's a day of stuff. I mean, go on then, for the culture. I'm going to carry on, though. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it?
Really? That's a...
Hang on, you're just not doing it right.
You need to work it.
That shouldn't be a thing. That's an expensive bottle. Is it like fully broken or something?
I just put water
Should I
in.
twist the top maybe? Guys, this is a brutal day. The spray bottle might be dead.
No, this has happened before. I fixed it.
I think there's a clip out there of me fixing it and you telling me to fuck off.
Wait, me or him?
It was you, because it was when Max sprayed you like 100 times, and I was like, I just fixed it, and you were like, for fuck's sake.
No, to be...
I can see
I'm
it.
aware of how iconic it is, so ultimately I would be sad if it was broken, but...
shit.
Do you want me to?
Yeah,
Do some magic.
Guys, the spray bottle might be dead. Oh,
So yeah, got a massage. That was wonderful because I needed that because my feet were starting to get very sore, and it was fantastic. They were amazing, and to give them context of what you were complaining about the other day of getting shafted about your massage, they actually had timers in the room, so we got the full 45 minutes that we paid for. It counted
Hooray.
down, and yeah, they just kept going until that timer went.
Yeah, must have been nice.
But yeah, that was wonderful, and then we moved on to Shibuya to do some shopping,
Right, can you
wandering
just give me the bottle
around.
back, I'll just pour it on him.
No, please. We're almost done. Don't worry. Saw Shibuya properly because we didn't get to see it properly on the first day. We sort of just really quickly cut about. Oh, I forgot in the marketplace where so we did the shooting. We got there.
Oh, it says rubber. So it said nubber.
Yeah, don't look at that yet. This was one of the other things I won in the shooting game. Is a little
Underwear?
hand towel.
Oh.
I was pretty happy about that. The shooting game was so much fun. I forgot to mention that properly, but they basically just had like cork guns and you'd shoot at items kind of thing. It was so
Sounds
good.
riveting.
Yeah, well, Paul kept missing and missed all of his shots, and the guy felt bad for him, so he just kept giving him more. And then we moved on to another shop. Dobby bought a Japanese headband. Meanwhile, I bought rubber nunchucks.
Oh, that
Tough
is fun.
watch.
Yeah.
That is okay. I'll give you that. I'm excited by these.
And while he does that,
Rubber.
yeah.
Yeah,
so you put
batter someone and so that I can get them home.
Is it dead?
I can't figure it out now. Oh my god.
Yeah. You've almost mastered it. I actually
Does it look cool? Does it look as cool as it feels?
yeah.
If they were real, you would have like hurt yourself quite badly.
I think you might get into regionals with this.
Guys, submit this. Clip it and submit it to whoever needs to see it.
Yeah. This is going to take the podcast to the next level, I think.
Yeah.
So they're just Yeah, okay. I mean, you could do damage with these, I reckon.
I don't think so. I just
a little bit.
I hit myself a fair few times,
if
so
you,
it was fine.
If you fucking whacked someone with it, do you know what I mean? You would definitely do a bit of damage.
But like that is a fantastic Japanese souvenir. I'm not gonna lie, like that's exactly what I wanted from this trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of like my haul. Other than the clothes I got, I don't need to show you guys that on here. You'll just see them in pictures at some point. But yeah, no, it was a wonderful day. We finished it off with a lovely steak place where we cooked the meat ourselves, and it was just, well, in Paul's words, bloody marvelous. At the end, I think he said.
That is something he'd say.
Yeah. And he, oh my God, was he a weirdo during that? But me and Toby were constant. Oh, do you know what? I have to moan for a second because this was happening the entire day. For some reason, Paul decided to be the main character of our content, even though I wasn't filming him. I was like, Paul,
get this.
I was like, Paul, can you shut up and let me film the content, please? And so when we were doing the meal, I was trying, and I don't know whether this will go into the video because it's a bit jarring from me, I must admit, but I was just so annoyed at him. I was trying to deliver something that I was trying to say, and he kept cutting me off and going, and I was like, shut up, Paul. And he's like, I had a gag. I was like, I don't care about your gag. This is my fucking video.
I have this image of like you trying to talk and him just like dangling meat in front of the camera.
It wasn't quite that bad, but he was genuinely just, I was like, Paul, shut up. I'm not filming you right now. Just leave it.
What were you going to say? You made a noise briefly.
I was just laughing.
Thank you, Tills, for the contribution.
Nice to get you involved.
I mean, I was vlogging. Like, to be honest, I'm not going to do what he's just done, but we were at Disney obviously all day.
Hang on. Are we doing Disney properly?
I pretty much wrapped, to be fair. Yeah, we came back home.
We're not half-assing it, mate. We're talking about...
This is going to be like 2 hours long. That was just about an hour.
No.
We'll sit.
I'll sit quiet. No, don't cut it. I'll sit tight and listen to you guys now. This is your turn. This is how conversations work sometimes. Still, you just got to hear someone else.
That was a story.
Hey,
that was
definitely wasn't a conversation.
No, okay, that's fine. Fair enough. And that was a story. But sometimes people want to hear stories. Even you say that yourself. You go on your vlogs for like 5 minutes uncut, and you think that people they're gonna want to listen to every single second of that. So let me have my story.
This is like when Harry Potter and Voldemort went off that one time.
And now you can have your moment. Go.
Right, Tilly.
Ho.
Tilly. Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa. I think you're out for that one.
Whoa, you're in
gone,
timeout. That's crazy. Right, let's suit up, shall we?
Oh. Okay.
Suited and booted.
Here we go.
I really love that.
It was honestly when I saw it.
No, because
not
it's
as
so
fussed
cool
by the
because
glasses, but him.
it also it blends into his hair.
Do you know what? When I saw the video of you guys doing the TikTok, shut up. I was like, how is that on his head?
See how I was in a
staying on his head?
sentence flow? That's how conversation works. I was in the middle of a sentence.
Do you know what? It was the
I was saying
Tell
blends in with his hair because his hair is quite dark and so is the headband.
I was
That's what I was
actually
trying to say.
I was honoured when Dobby said he reckoned I'd just been balancing it on my head.
I thought that.
Day.
That's
So
what I
was just
thought.
like, the fact that he thought that you're more cynical definitely, and you wouldn't have sort of just got. But I'm like, yeah, I'll take it because honestly, that's what I wanted it. I wanted it to just be like he's just chilling up there, like holding onto my head or something.
Like you're Among Us character.
Yeah.
Guy that just follows you.
They've designed that well. I will give them that.
So no, I was very excited. And this was like the first thing I did basically. The first thing we did was we went on Flounders Flying Fish and then we went and bought this. But you had a bit of a mare because you were just absolutely adamant that you had to get the perfect pair of ears. What was that?
Yes, because I wanted like the normal ears where it's this and like Minnie's bow and but it's red. I wanted those but sequined, but I couldn't find the right coloured bow. I really wanted like red.
There was this one that was actually perfect for your outfit, funnily enough, but you just didn't quite like how big it was.
They looked massive, compared to all the other ears. There was something about them that just looked obnoxiously big. I know these are obviously quite big, but they look so much bigger than all the other ones I put on.
Tiny dainty head. That's the problem.
But these ones actually, I liked how they fit. But I do wish that this the headband bit was a different color, maybe.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, but you could wrap it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but
Duct tape.
just can't bothered. I probably won't wear them again unless I bring them to Disney.
Fair.
So I'll give you a bit of backstory on what happened in our day, and then Tilly can obviously take over. But we waited in a big old queue to get in.
Oh yeah, it was actually quite hot as well. Like I started to feel like my chest burning a bit. I had to keep like putting my hand like to almost regulate the heat that I was feeling.
What time did you get there?
Well, so we originally planned to leave here at 8:30. Everyone went to sleep. I started watching some YouTube videos the night before on just like what to do, how to get the most out of the day. And then I realized quite quickly we're gonna screw ourselves if we leave any later than like 8.
No, notice how I asked you guys a question. That's how you have a conversation with a story. Make it a bit more interesting. Just a note for you guys, just in future. Carry on. Carry on. No. It's fine. It's fine.
We're in trouble.
It's just developing conversation. Anyway.
But so anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, I watched a couple of videos, I knew going to sleep that I was going to have to wake everyone up, which was a bit terrifying because genuinely, I don't know what it is. Mum, I've only woken her up 1 or 2 times, really, like in the middle of the night or just in the morning or whatever.
Paul was saying about this, by the way.
She is literally like a kamikaze pilot. Like, not even, that's actually an inaccurate. I don't even know what's like a bomb going off, like literally. And all I did was like gently stroke her arm and go, Mum, we need to wake up a bit earlier. And I'm not kidding. It was like I'd set off a bomb in her head. It was crazy. But then everyone got up. We went out the door, got to the park, got in this massive queue. And again, the locals are just so good at getting in. They'll queue from like 6 a.m. They're crazy.
Damn.
They'll get in, book the first like free fast pass that everyone's entitled to. You all get, there's like a free priority fast pass that you can sign up for, and we obviously tried to do that, but genuinely the good ones were already sold out, so all we could get was Turtle Talk, which we had a lot of fun in Turtle Talk, didn't we?
It was all in Japanese.
Oh,
we couldn't understand a single word of anything that was going on.
I thought it was quite funny because you'd get all these context clues from either how the audience reacted or the tone in his voice of what was roughly being said.
Aigo hanasemasuka. Anyone know what that means?
Is this a quiz now? What's going on?
Aigo hanasemasuka.
Bless you.
It means, do you speak English?
Oh, no.
Okay, I think you guys should know that one.
Well, my plan was because I was really at one point desperate because you get to ask Crush questions, but I think he saw that we were very white and probably chose not to. But I was going to say, if I did get asked, Crush, konnichiwa, can you speak English, please? And unfortunately, unfortunately, we didn't get the opportunity. So Tilly did pull out her translate app, but that was about as useful as Leo.
All it got was hello. Just got when he said, what was it? Konnichiwa.
Yeah, what was really funny was that at one point Leo just started freestyling on people. He'd halfway through the day, he'd have a coffee in the morning, he'd be all right for the day, and then he'd forget where he was and just start saying he'd say like bonjour to people, like forgetting that he literally go, what was hello again? I'm like, hola. You said it earlier. You know what hello is here. I can't. It wasn't actually French, but it was another language that he started saying. It was what was it? It was really fun. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Did you say ni hao?
It was something like that. It wasn't ni hao.
That's Chinese, I think.
Yeah. But anyway, we got through the Turtle Talk just about. I had fun, but the others not so much. And
I wouldn't like that.
I think the best thing about the day really was that it started progressively getting better and better because the fast track system started making more sense to me. And so I was like, okay, as soon as I get to this time, I can book the next fast track. Because again, they make it really hard for you to just buy a load of fast tracks or whatever and know that you're set for the day, because genuinely we might sound like we're being a little bit like, overspending or whatever, but the tickets to get, or rather the price to get into DisneySea is super cheap anyway. It's like £40 for the day. And then on top of that, you're
super cheap for you, by the way.
No, for Disney is what I'm saying. For you easily expect to pay like over 110 quid for a regular Disney park anywhere else in the world. So already we'd kind of budgeted for that, and we'd gone, we can easily spend we can buy like 6 or 7 fast tracks and still be perfectly fine in terms of like budgeting and all those things, Dobby. But genuinely, that was what we aimed to do. And where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought.
What did we go on after we got these? Well, Leo got his coffee, didn't he?
Oh, we went on Journey to the Center of the Earth, and that was just incredible. That was, oh my gosh, what an insane ride. And
what is that?
It's basically like it takes you through the center of the Earth, funnily enough, and you're in this sort of like really weird vehicle that sort of goes through a bit, and you see like an incredible animatronic, and like it's pretty scary as well at points, like genuinely. And then there's a little surprise at the end that I won't ruin. But yeah, it was really, really good fun.
Does Elmo die?
And there's no Elmo, it's Disney.
Fuck.
But we will see Elmo at
dead.
Universal. We will. You can.
I hate
words.
Elmo.
Really?
Yeah, I've always hated Elmo.
I love Elmo.
Nah, I hate Elmo. I like the rest of the Sesame Street characters. Elmo sucks. Jarring freak.
What? All right. Well, anyway, what would you say, Tills, was your favourite ride of the day that you can think of?
Well, which ones did we do again? We did the Nemo. No, not Nemo.
Okay, I can give you the whole list if you want.
Yeah, I need them in order though.
Stop, did you fix
In
the
order
spray
that we
bottle?
did them.
They're broken.
It's gonna need a bit more time and attention.
We're going to need to take it to a shop. Okay, so I'm just going to give you in order that I've got them here. We did Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey.
Oh yeah, okay, that probably was.
Aquatopia. We did Flounder's Flying Fish Coaster, Journey to the Center of the Earth, Nemo and Friends Sea Rider, Peter Pan's...
Are these all the ones you didn't do?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Peter Pan's Neverland Adventure, Raging Spirits, Tower of Terror, Toy Story Mania, and Turtle Talk. Now, a lot of these are small,
Can I just have a
irrelevant
quick
rides.
look through this?
Yeah. The good thing that we found was that genuinely by the end of the day we'd done most of the major rides. The only big one that we missed that was available was Rapunzel.
I know. I was a bit sad about that one, but I was really happy that we got to do the Anna and Elsa one.
Yeah,
That was so good.
Tilly was just in her element in Frozen Land. Like you would. I've never seen her eyes so
That was
wide.
your shit, to be fair.
It was
Yeah.
That's why I really want to go to Disneyland Paris.
I'm pretty sure she started crumping at one point, just like in the middle
What does
of.
that even mean? Oh.
Just like,
You never seen what's her name? Honey Boo Boo.
I've literally got pictures, I think, of you crumping. But yeah,
Honey Boo Boo.
What?
Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, I know Honey Boo Boo. I just but yeah, we had an incredible day.
What was your favourite ride then?
My favorite ride. Do you know what? I was impressively surprised by Nemo and the Sea Rider. That I didn't expect to be as good as it was. So genuine. It wasn't my favorite ride.
I thought the Peter Pan one was better than I thought it was going to be.
The Peter Pan one, I think, was possibly one of the most impressive ones. The one that disappointed me the most was Raging Spirits. I was really excited about that ride, and we didn't get a fast pass for that. We sat
Raging Spirits.
Yeah, we stood in an 80-minute queue for that one.
That looks cool.
Is
that the one with the fire on the steps?
Yeah, it's and again, the theming is just second to none at this place. Like, no matter what, even if we said the ride was a bit underwhelming, the theming was probably still
the
incredible.
Only thing with the ride, it just looks quicker than it feels.
Yeah. It just was. I literally said by the end of it, I was like, that felt like it went slower than it should have, and it was really strange. But equally, it was still a really cool ride. It was just, it was a shame that Indiana Jones was closed, because I think that would have probably been all of our favorite rides if we'd have been able to do it. But it's currently being refurbished.
Get on a bloody gondola.
Yeah, there's a lot to do at DisneySea. Are you saying what kind of ride is Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, in a way, it's like Revenge of the Mummy at Universal, but it's not actually a roller coaster as such. It's kind of a mix between Revenge of the Mummy and the Journey to the Center of the Earth ride, where it kind of has like you're in a car, I think, and it's got a track underneath.
Oh.
In a way, but it's so many impressive rides. I obviously smoked everyone at Toy Story Mania.
In my defense, I was filming most of it. I wasn't looking at the screen.
She was, yeah. But genuinely, when I managed to book the Frozen Fast Pass, because that ride did not get quieter than 3 hours.
Oof.
And at points, it was what was the highest I saw it? It was like 240 minutes. So how many hours is that? That's 4 hours. That's 4 hours. So that was the peak of that ride's queue, was 4 hours. And I was like, I'm only here for one day. I am not standing in a queue for 4 hours.
No.
I'm sorry, like that. But again, you just it was like luck of the draw. It was like a drop, like a supreme drop or whatever.
No
like,
ride in the world is worth that.
I think to some people it is, especially if they're here for maybe multiple days and like they've got a deal on the park access and they're going for multiple days. I don't know.
You're an idiot if you stand in any queue ever for 4 hours. I mean, unless it like the only one I kind of get is people seeing a show, and I still don't get it. I think you're all Muppets, but like seeing a show and they get there early to see their favorite artist or whatever and get to the front, get barricade or whatever.
Yeah.
But like for a ride that lasts a minute or 2.
Oh no, the Frozen ride was easily like 3, 4, 5 minutes at least, possibly even longer.
Well, yeah, it was just the whole of Frozen 1.
Basically. It was really impressive, and all the
It was
animatronics are just visually
And
stunning.
it actually was like, because I expected it to be sort of like, not fairy tale Brook at Legoland, but more like that. But there was actually a lot of like drops, and we even went backwards down a drop at one point, and I was like, whoa,
that's fun.
what's going on?
It happened twice, actually.
Yeah.
I don't mean to spoil it for you. Sorry, spoiler alert. But genuinely, that was up there, probably top 3 rides, I would say, Frozen. And then the other, I'm gonna give my top 3. I'm not gonna waste everyone's time with the whole thing, but top 3.
What was Chloe's favorite ride? Sorry, Leo.
He actually didn't like Frozen that much.
Oh.
Genuinely, he was a bit weird about it. But then I would say he really liked Peter Pan. He was like big on Peter Pan. Tower of Terror. Oh my god.
What was Peter Pan? Sorry, before you move on.
So Peter Pan was kind of like Transformers in a way. You're sat in a very similar kind of vehicle, the Transformers ride, where you're sat in this vehicle that sort of takes you around.
But you just kind of feel like you're flying more than you're being chased.
But it was this amazing combination of sets and screens, to the point where at one point, seriously, we moved from a screen onto a set and barely even noticed. But like, it was almost like, wait,
I think I've seen that.
This
before,
screen is like really visually impressive. Oh wait, no, it's real. Oh my god, it was like so weird, but so clever. But we went on Tower of Terror, which is a completely unique story to Tokyo DisneySea as well. And
Again, we didn't understand it though because it was in Japanese.
I have never been in a vehicle in all my life with such screaming and like genuinely just shrill like fear from these kids behind. Oh my god, I started to get scared that they might like try and get up and leave or so. It was insane.
They would just no, what I was saying, there should be like an age limit on that or something.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's a height limit. There probably is, but like they were scared out of their minds.
Was it a similar story to regular Tower of Terror?
It's similar story in the way that they set it up, but like it's a completely different story.
It was all in Japanese.
Yeah, but you see the same shit.
No, it's not. No, there's none of the same like characters or stuff like that at all. It's completely different like setup in that respect, but it does the same sort of thing still. But then there was also this one kid who was sat like over on the other side of the aisle to the left of me, who genuinely, almost like he was in a film, was like looking over at me like like what do I do? He couldn't have been any older than like 12 or whatever, and I was like, I can't do anything. Like, what do you want me to do?
You queued for this, you fuck.
Exactly, yeah. It was wild, but honestly, it was really funny. That Tower of Terror wasn't my favorite version. I think the Guardians of the Galaxy one is still the best one I've done, I'll be honest. Yeah, I just love it's so...
It feels like they took out a bit of the drasticness of the drops on the Guardians of the Galaxy one, though, because it bounces a bit more.
I see what you mean.
But do you like the bounce?
I think because it's so frantic and because of the music and because of
I
like
like
the
the
hype
music
and the lighting and like everything in the Guardian, it's so like overstimulating. I just love that ride so much. Like it really just gives everything. Whereas some of the Tower of Terror rides genuinely, because I think it is sometimes the cycle can be random. I think for for how many times you drop or whatever.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it just is a bit lackluster and not actually that exciting. But like obviously some of the drops are like, oh, that's cool, or you didn't know it was going to drop or whatever. But for the most part, especially this one, it was just a bit like I expected it all. Like I knew what was coming, so it was just
what I always find so funny is if you're watching the Tower of Terror from like down at the bottom, just the random windows that open and then you see people go wah! And just fall down. That's my favorite.
Now I do want to get onto one thing really quickly that I got quite the bee in my bonnet about, and this was near the end of the day, to be fair, and I was exhausted and hungry. We hadn't eaten in a while. We were stood in the queue for Raging Spirits, the 80-minute queue.
Fuck that.
We'd already been waiting about 25 to 30 minutes, but because, and this is the thing, almost always the queues go outside of the queue at Tokyo DisneySea. You expect that. And so we'd started outside of the queue. Now, first of all, because we were outside of the queue and there was actually not even a rope outside of the queue to keep people in, there were just people left, right, and center joining people who were already in the queue in front of us. And I was kind of like, I'm not going to do anything or say anything because, again, there's cultural differences here. There's things that I maybe don't understand, and I'm also not going to try and get in an argument with someone who does not speak the same language as me. I was just trying to be good about it, right? We then get to where the queue actually starts, and I'm not kidding. The woman who was working there opened the thing to let these people who genuinely all they did was say, that's our family. About 8 to 10 people joined 2 people that were in front of us. And I literally said to the woman, I was like, is that allowed? Like, what is that? And she just got up her phone and it just said the word merging. And I was just like, what does that even mean? What does merging mean? They didn't like have a pass or anything where they'd like, we'd watched them the whole time. They'd been in front of us the whole time. They weren't there and then they left and then they came back or whatever. I was just like, and then I looked it up afterwards on ChatGPT and ChatGPT said, this is a thing that can sometimes happen, but 8 to 10 people is wild. And the fact that a staff member allowed 8 to 10 people to join a queue after half an hour of other people queuing is pretty insane. Mm-hmm. And apparently I was right to challenge it or whatever, even though I didn't really challenge it. I just kind of said,
pissed, yeah.
I was just like, because it kept happening. It was in stints as well. So first of all, it was 8 people, then another 3 people joined the same family, and then another 2 people came and said they had family further in the queue, and they just fucking went off. And I'm just stood there going, you're letting all these people in front of us, and it's going to take so much longer.
Bruv, you just go to the front and say, I got family up there.
Well, no, we joked about that. We were like, why don't we just walk to the front and see how far we get? But this is the thing. I know I'm getting a bit like Karen-y about it or whatever, but I was just stood there going, this is actually meaning we're leaving the park later and later and later. We haven't eaten. We obviously, that's on us at the end of the day that we haven't eaten, but like we wanted to get on this ride. We were desperate to make sure we did. And all of a sudden, all of these people, you get kicked out of parks in the UK for that. Do you know what I mean? Like I think that was why I was so kind of confused by it, because I was like, I felt betrayed by this staff member who was just like, yeah, go ahead. Push in front of there were still loads of people behind us in the queue as well. And I'm just like, I don't know. It just confused the living crap out of me, basically. And I did get a little bit fizzed about it at the time, but we got that on camera, so I'm sure people will get to see that at some point. But yeah, that was my only real complaint about the park, was that actually happened multiple times as well, not just in that queue.
So you're not going to complain about all his talking, by the way? I know it was your story, but I've not heard much from you.
Well, that was his anger about the people in the queue.
She did Frozen, to be fair.
Yeah, but I want to hear more of Tilly's perspective of
Well,
DisneySea.
We started having to play 20 questions because mine and Harv's phone started running out of battery and we needed to film. So
you don't bring a charger
all day.
What?
You don't bring a charger?
Yeah, but the charger started running low as well.
Oof.
So we did Disney themed 20 questions, and then Harvey and Leo got into this argument when it was my go, and I was like, guys, I've got my thing, like I'm ready, and they were like, just hold on. I wait 10 minutes. I'm like, guys, I've got my thing. I'm ready. It's my go.
Were you debating ChatGPT again?
No, we were actually debating.
It was so. This is the thing. It was so stupid. It was ridiculous.
It wasn't. It was stupid.
And can I just say?
I
don't even know what they were arguing about. That's how stupid it was. I didn't even understand it. But they kept just shouting the same points at each other, and they're like, no, because listen to my point. And it's like, I've heard both your points about 3 times now, and they both sound as stupid as each other.
Paul kept telling us the same thing over and over again as well.
Let me have my go.
You're all the same person.
No, so I need to clear the air here, because I promise I would have given up if I didn't know he was wrong. And seriously, you
watch him come down now.
Talk to him now. He'll admit he was wrong. He did say by the end of it that he was wrong, didn't he?
Sure, I wasn't listening.
What do you mean sure? You were right there.
I wasn't listening. I tuned out by that point. Half an hour in, I was like, nah, I'm off, mate. I'm gone.
Later on in the queue and he admitted he was wrong. I'll summarize it. I promise I'll make it quick. I said how clever it was that in the Nemo ride, they designed it that you can see, there's a show before the ride starts, that you can see the show from both sides. So there's one cinema on that side and one cinema on that side, and you can watch the middle show from both sides, and it's like a magic trick as well that happens. And I said it's really clever that they designed it so you can see it from both sides. That was all my point was. And then Leo went, well, no, but no one will ever see it from both sides because they'll alternate it. And I was like, no, they won't, because it would. on busier days, they'll use both cinemas at the same time. And he went, no, that's not logical because you need to think about like the psychology of the queue always moving. And I was like, the queue will still always be moving. You're just getting more people in. That's it. That's all that changes, because then all that happens is you get everyone in for 2.5 minutes, right? And then you watch the show for 2.5 minutes, and then you go into the cinema when everyone else is coming out of the cinema, right? Because the show's about 5 minutes. So what his point was that the show's longer than the cinema is longer than the show. So you have to keep the flow. Basically, I'm getting confused because his point was dumb. That was and I knew the guy that does theme parks. I was like, they're not gonna have a whole other cinema there and not use it at the same time. That's insane. And so I was trying to explain this point to him, and he was going, no, you don't understand the psychology of it. And I was like, I do, Leo, because I know. I watch videos on it. I know exactly what I'm talking about. So I was sat there begging him to listen to me and going, you don't understand. It's the 2.5 minutes that it takes to get everyone into the room that adds up to the same time as the main show. And I was just tearing my hair out trying to explain this to him because he was just insistent that they would only ever alternate. So then I ended it by searching it. Do they use both cinemas when it gets busy? Yes. And I was like, there you go. Disney are not going to get that wrong, so I'm right. And he did concede at that point. He went, okay, fair enough.
It sounds like an argument that didn't need to happen.
I agree,
tell him
but
to
he
shut up.
started it. Because all I said was that, oh, that's really clever that they've designed the magic trick to work from both sides. And then he went, but no, they'd alternate. And that was what started it. I was like, no, they wouldn't. They just, it wound me up so much because I was so tired and hungry as well.
Is this in a sense of it's one screen and people are watching it from either side of the screen, or there's two screens and you're just...
It's a fish tank, and there's a magic trick that happens in the fish tank.
And you're watching it from either side of the fish tank?
Yes. Okay. But that was my point, was that it wasn't necessarily a trick that could happen from both sides, but they designed it in a way that it could. And I thought that was a clever foresight of them to have. And that was all I was ever trying to say. I never started any argument. He just said something dumb and I was like,
no, yeah.
Well, you're talking to the theme park
Now that I
guy.
have that context, what he said is very fucking
I was like, what are you trying? He was trying to say that the psychology of always keeping the queue moving was like,
it makes no
sense. You're just getting more people in. It changes
also, another
nothing.
thing was like, as soon as we walked in, I smelled something really nice. I think we walked past popcorn. I was like, that smells nice. He was like, no, they're just putting those smells in for you to make you hungry. And I was like,
everything's so cynical with him.
It's past popcorn. I'm just saying it smells nice, and he was like, well, it could be that, or it could be the fact that they're putting in smells to try and make you hungry.
Yeah.
We can never know. And I was like, I do know though.
ChatGPT's ruining everything.
Either way, if anyone even followed that just then, thank you and sorry, because I'm well aware that was completely
I eventually got my go, but Harvey barely played with my go because he was so.
I was seething.
And then he started his Duolingo lesson as well halfway through my go. I was actually quite upset with you, to be honest.
I'm sorry. I knew I wouldn't get it done if I didn't do it, and I needed to calm down. I needed to not be involved.
Right. I'm gonna be the adult in the room for once and take control here, and I think it might be time for some Tilly's trends.
Oh,
if we have them.
You got any trends?
Do we have any trends?
My trend, the only trend I've really been seeing is the Easter's just happened.
Easter
we
bunny.
Missed it, really.
Yeah, we did. We went at home. I don't really do it here. Yeah, no.
Well, we did a trend at Disney. We did my knee hurts. That's a trend.
Disney.
What? Yeah, but Easter's not a trend.
You didn't flip your knees round like the guy did.
That's
I thought that'd be funny.
That's just James who can do that.
Oh.
Shout out James Foreman. That's not.
I don't think that's funny. I wanted to see that.
I don't think everyone does that.
Really?
I think that was just him.
I like that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that were like, their parents are getting loads of gifts, and people was like, "Is this Christmas or Easter?" And people were like,
it does feel odd if people are starting to get like proper gifts for Easter, especially when most people don't actually celebrate it properly
chocolate.
or are
Do you know
religious.
what I mean? That's all I'd ever ask for Easter.
But then again,
it's just
like,
one chocolate egg.
you know what? Mum turned to me on Easter and apologized for not getting us eggs, and I was like, I forgot it was a thing until I saw it on the internet. Don't apologize for not getting me an Easter egg.
Or last year?
No, the other day when we were in Tokyo, we were walking around Tokyo, and she went, "Oh, by the way, Happy Easter. Sorry I didn't get you anything." And I literally was like, What are you talking about? I barely knew it was Easter. Thank you. Obviously, thank you, but like...
It would be a bit weird if she brought out Easter eggs too.
Yeah.
All the way through Australia.
But she loves that stuff,
Singapore,
to be fair. She does like getting involved
Tokyo.
and doing nice things.
I've got a trend and a max time in a weird
Oh.
way, if you want it. It's just something that I found quite entertaining that I'm going to share with the podcast, and we'll hopefully end on this note because it is very
It's not
wholesome.
going to be like copyrighted or anything, is it?
I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, we'll see, but I really, really don't think so. Are you guys ready?
Sure. I saw this morning. Can you mute his mic for this bit? I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, it's good. No?
It's good would have been the last thing I would have probably said after watching that.
I shit my pants in the middle of Basta.
Did you make that?
I think you
had
know
to go
it
to
already.
Basta. No, I don't actually. That's the only line I know. But it made me chuckle, I must admit. And that's all we have time for, I'm afraid, guys.
Right,
Thank you so much for watching.
Well, we do have a comment shout out
All right.
because every week we do a comment shout out. And if you want one in the next episode, then make sure you leave a comment on this one. It could be anything. It could be a question for the three of us, or it could be something you liked about the episode. Do it, and we might give you a shout out in the next one. Now, this one's from Camry Wank, and it says Tilly should bring back nail talk.
Okay. I really hope not.
Or if, because it's got an E on the end, it could be Camry Wanker. But either way, Tilly should bring back nail
Vanker.
talk. Camry Vanker. Tilly should bring back nail talk because I need to know what to get next. I'm getting my nails done soon and I don't know what to get, so
Mine
I
are
need
really grown out.
inspos.
I would have got them done here, but I didn't really have enough time.
Those are nice nails though. I do like those
I
ones.
really like these
Do you know what you're going to get next? Are you going to get them redone while you're out here or no?
No, I'm not gonna have time.
You should get like the really long ones that are like razors.
You know that if I got them, you just would not go near me.
We'll go on then. Give Camry some inspo for what she should maybe get done next.
I don't know.
You were asked!
It's not that easy.
What do you mean it's not that easy? What do you like? What?
No. I need to know her. I need to know what she likes. I need to kind of know what she looks like.
Is it like a blonde hair situation would be one thing and a brunette hair would be another? Like
not
what?
really. It's just like it's a bit harder than just like.
All right, well, what would you go for then next? What's your next nail line?
How about she goes for Japanese inspired nail?
Get something 3D. That's.
Is that what you've done? Is that 3D?
Yeah.
Right.
3D and Japanese inspired.
And pink?
Whatever color you want.
I'm trying to help
I can't.
Camry a little
I
bit
can't
here.
give color because I don't know. Harv, it's not that easy.
Dude, you're being difficult. I feel
No.
like. Is it? Do I not get this? Am I out of
I
touch?
say-
Or is it because I'm a guy? Like what?
Something.
Please stop.
Something bright with 3D, and again, I don't know what kind of shape. Oh, this is hard.
But you're the one that was asked. You don't do much. Just say
Whoa.
some nails.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
Let's calm down.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I've been Harvey. That's been Max, and that's been Tilly. And all we've got time left for now is Tilly's moment.
I shit my pants in the middle of Basta.
Make sure you like and subscribe and join us on Patreon. We've got bonus episodes. We've got exclusive group chats and live streams. It's going to be great fun. Join us. We love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.